Well, hello my friends! Welcome back to the bench. Today we're going to be testing a brand new color line from Mr. Hobby, and that is Mr. Color Ultra Metallic. There you go. So before we get into it, I want to ask all out there that are tuning in, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you're into anything painting, particularly model painting, miniatures, Gundam, car models, I build car kits. Anything to do with painting in the hobby and beyond painting. I test nippers, we test everything. Handles for knife blades, scribers, anything for model building, miniatures, any of that. Please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and leave a comment, but please subscribe. We're trying to get our subscriptions up to 100,000. We're this close, and once we do, that's why you need to hit the notification so you know and keep up with the videos, because once we hit that, I'm going to have a massive giveaway, and I'm talking massive airbrush, compressor, spray booth, a line of paints, kits, the whole thing, nippers. It's going to be a massive care package for a huge celebration once we hit that 100th thou. So that's why I'm asking, if you're into anything, scale model building, dioramas, anything like that, please subscribe to the channel. It'll help greatly. We're achieving our goal of 100th thou, and onward and upward. Anyway, on with the review. So this is a brand new color line from one of my favorite brands of all time, Mr. Hobby, or particularly their paint line, Mr. Color. You can see this is 1 and 2, and this is all there is. I guess they're starting it off. Now, up to this point, their specialty colors were Super Metallic 2, and Mr. Metallic Color. All right, and I pulled these out because we're going to compare these. And then they have their regular lineup, which is just Mr. Color, like this, in the blue label. And then from there we have offshoots with their clairs and their special metallics, their pearls, and whatnot. But today, this is a brand new lineup we're going to be trying out. They only have these 2, so I grabbed these 2. And I'm hoping for the best. But looks like, to me, it's not what I thought it was. I'm thinking more in the line of an all-clad type of metal, but this looks like it's very sparkly, which is different from the others in the testing. Like you can see, their regular silver doesn't have that sparkle to it. It's just colored. It's just colored the silver color, not with a lot of the heavy metal flake. So I'm a little put off by that. I was hoping it was going to be more in that lineup of the all-clads and that type of stuff. But it looks like it isn't. So anyway, here's what we're going to do. We're going to thin these out. Either of these we're going to use. Either one is fine. And we're going to spray it over gloss black. I have the can of Tamiya black out here because this is what I'm using for my base. But I believe it doesn't matter too much, the color, unless we're going from black to white. So we'll spray it over over white also. And then in back we have these Games Workshop, these Warhammer figures, and I want to thank a friend, Jimmy, who runs the Games Workshop store here in my local town in Rhode Island, and he's a wonderful guy, and he gave me a box of these to assemble. You build them up quickly, they snap together, so they're great for testing. As you can see, I tested a primer on one back here, and next to him is our Molotov marker that we emptied into the airbrush and spray painted that while thinning it out with Mr. Leveling Thinner. So that is how we are using these little miniatures. They're great for testing. So we're going to test, we'll put silver on one, and we'll put gold on one. Plus we'll try, one man down. Let's keep them off. And that's it. Now to compare them, I pulled out of my inventory. Let me show you my inventory of Mr. Color. See them over there? I got more too, but that's what we have that's organized. So I went up and got their standard gold and silver, which is 8 and 9. Love this gold. It's one of my favorite golds. It looks just like that when it dries. You know, it's matte. It's not shiny. And same with the silver. It just looks like it's colored plastic. It's just beautiful the way these dry. But that's great for your standard gold and silver. And for the specialty colors, I grabbed number 201, Super Metallic 2, Super Fine Silver. And then I grabbed Mr. Metal Color 217 for the gold. and we'll compare all 4 of these at the end and see what we get. Now, oh, you can hear my compressor turning on. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to stir these up. Now, this is my beautiful Vortex mixer I've been using lately because it allows me to mix my paint hands-free. I don't have to hold it down. And I'll put a link for this. I got this one on Amazon, but I understand there's some overseas on AliExpress and those type of outlets. But I'll put a link to where I got mine. It wasn't cheap. I'm guessing the AliExpress one is much cheaper. But I had a credit on Amazon, so it didn't matter. I get my birthday and Christmas, I get gift cards for Amazon, it seems. And it just builds up. Now you can adjust the speed on this. I don't want Barbatos, who's going to start doing a dance there in the background, and Iron Maiden's flask is going to fall over. But it doesn't be that high. I just want to let it mix up and get it blended up. Now, I don't know. I think these are pretty thick. When I grabbed them, let's go ahead and check it. Actually, let's go check it now. I always check them when I first get them, make sure they're not dry or anything. But, oh yeah, this is really thick. I thought it would, wow, this is really thick. Hold on. Let's take a look at this. Oh, we're really going to have to thin this out, man. About 1 part paint to 3 or 4 parts thinner. Look at that. I wonder if the gold is the same way. But it is a heavy pearl metallic. That is a big metal flake. Which really is the opposite of what I was looking for. Let's try the gold. Let's see what we get here. You know what? Let's mix up the gold while we do this one. At least the mixer's nice and quiet, right? It's silent. All right, let's go ahead and put some in these cups. I'll put a link below for my cups and for my stirring sticks. I use these daily. I've done a video on the items that I use all the time. I might do it again with an update. But I use these sticks and I use these cups all the time. The sticks because my metal stirrers, when I'm doing a lot of paint, I'll use these metal ones and go through all the jars, which I have a test coming up, a big test with a lot of jars. I do this behind the scenes. But when I'm doing just one jar, I'll use this one stick because I leave it in here. It doesn't tip. As I said in my last video, it doesn't, this doesn't hold it up, and I like to bring it to the booth. So we're just going to go ahead and, I've had this mixed up before we went on camera, but look at how thick this is, guys. Can you see this? Wow, I'm really shocked. I guess we can spread this out quite a bit, right? And we only need a few bits because we're gonna thin this out quite a bit. Okay, let's look at the gold. Let's get the mixer sticks to this pad pretty good. That's why I put it on there. Wow, it's got like, look, 12 suction cups on the bottom. That ain't going nowhere. All right, let's see what we got. 1 second, guys. Let me open this up. Here we go. This mixed it pretty good. Good job there, Vortex mixer. Good job. But is it? Yeah, it's just like the silver, but it's very metal flaky. It's almost too big for a car model. I think the flakes look like they're actually too big. But I mean, maybe this is what they're going for, because I guess they don't have a paint that has this kind of heavy metal flake. So I'm guessing this is what they're going for. This is a kind of, I hate to say it, but this is a kind of gold paint I don't use. But maybe it's good for a base for candy. Maybe candy color base. In fact, maybe we'll try a candy color over these at the end. I don't know what they're going to look like yet, but let's find out. All right, let's grab any of these thinners. Whichever one you have is fine. Oops, sorry guys, I bumped the camera. Whichever one we have, let's put this up. All right. Now this is going to go 3 to 1. I don't know if I even have to guess this. It just loaded up. This is thick. Here we go. That's good. We'll stick with that. That looks like 3 to 1. Thinner to paint. All right, here we go. It's all blobbed on there on the bottom. Yeah, it's going to take a little bit of mixing. It is a thick, thick paint. Just make sure you get it all off of the bottom of the cup. This is the texture we're looking for. It's like, as they say, skim milk. Almost like water. You can thin lacquers way, way down. You can really thin them out without worry. All right, so let's head over to the booth and let's start spraying these spoons and these Warhammer figures here. And let's see what we get. And at the end, we're going to compare them all to these other Mr. Color golds and silvers and kind of see what we get. So there we are. We are blended up. We are ready to go. All right. Let's head over to the booth and let's see what we get. All right, my friends, here we're at the booth. We're going to go with number 1, Ultra Metallic, Ultra Silver. All right, seeing that we're using a Mr. Color, Mr. Hobby paint, we're going to go ahead and use the GSI Krios Mr. Hobby Airbrush. This is the 0.3 millimeter needle. All right, let's go over black first. Blow it off. I would imagine you put it on lightly like all clad, but then again, that heavy metallic tells me no. It's starting to coat it a little bit there. All right, let's go in with another color. Let's go in with a dark primer. Just a little bit of dust there. I'm getting what I expected. A heavy metallic looking silver. Let's go ahead with light gray primer. All right, that's all the first coat. Let's try it over white. White's going to be hard for you guys to see, I think. But we'll hit it again. It's got a sheen to it. All right, let's go back to the gloss black. Yeah, it's not doing that. Looks like it wants to go on heavy. It's not giving me that. It's just this odd looking heavy metallic. This is a really odd color from the company. I don't understand. I want to guess this is just a base for candies. I mean, there it is. We'll look at it at the bench a little closer. Let's go ahead and put it on our Warhammer figure here. This is just a really odd choice for them. I guess if they told me right out that it's for a candy base, it's a base silver, maybe. I don't know. But it could be just me. I like a plated looking silver. I don't like a sparkle. That said, it even looks like the sparkle is a little too heavy for a car kit, you know? Once again, thanks, Jim, for these figures. Greatly appreciated, and expect me to come back for more, if you don't mind. All right, let's go put this on now. Some final coat. Yeah, I'm guessing this is probably a base for candy. I just wish it said it, just so I kind of knew what kind of direction they're heading in. But there he is. He looks pretty cool. It looks better on here than the spoon. Let me put this out of the way. Hold on, guys. There we go. Tough to put him down. All right, let's go ahead and finish off the layering here. I think this is going to be it for the black. Like I said, maybe we'll put a clear candy on top of this so we can kind of see what they will. Maybe that's what they were aiming for. But that is a heavy metallic. Over the gray. Going slower and closer. Get that shiny last layering. Looks pretty cool over the white. And over white. Over the white. That's over light gray. This is white. Going slower. I bet you the candy will look good over this. It's like a sparkle, kind of a pearl white is what we ended up with here. Anyway, guys, I think that is it. I keep layering on this black-based spoon, but I think this is the look they were going for. We'll see. Sometimes it dries completely different. But let me go ahead and get these drying, and I'll clean out the brush, and we'll go ahead and test out the gold. So, yeah, let me go put these in the dehydrator. I'll be right back. All right, let's go forward with number 2, Ultra Metallic Ultra Gold. All right, we are loaded up. Probably don't even need that much, but hey, I loaded up the cup. Let's go. First over the black. Let's go nice and easy. even though I don't think this is that kind of paint with the magical layering where it comes into that chrome effect. There's obviously, this flake is too big for that effect. You can see it's really rough looking. It's actually smooth, it just looks rough on camera. Alright, let's try it over gray. Compressor coming back on. Alright, dark gray. Here's the first layer. That's pretty cool looking. And let's go straight over white. Gold always has a completely different look over white. That's for sure. No matter what gold. Alright, let's go ahead. So it looks on this figure. Now the other one, the silver number one, looked pretty good over the figure versus the spoon. We'll go over that in detail at the bench at the end here. Let's go ahead and hit this with, ooh, a little spill. Hit this with a base coat. I think the silver is the one that's going to shine here. No pun intended. I mean, if I was doing this guy in gold, I would want that plated look. I know what this sparkle is not going to give us that to a certain extent. However, it seems to look pretty good, like the silver. It seems to like this for some reason. Trying to get in all these little spots. Just for showing them out. There we go. Ready to get in for the close. It's tough looking through the camera so you guys can kind of see this paint going on. We're not going for any award show here with this. We're just going to go ahead and see what the paint looks like layered on one of these figures. It actually looks pretty cool. It looks like I'm missing spots, but it isn't. That's the shadowing effect with the lighting. And a little bit back there in the base. I got to get in there a little bit. Getting closer. Just don't pull all the way back on the trigger, so to speak. This is set for 18 psi. There we go. I think he looks pretty good. He looks better than the spoons, that's for sure. So we will look at that, as I said, on the bench. Let's go ahead and finish off the rest of the spoons. Yeah, it has like a car color metallic. You can see it. If you're looking for that look, not bad. I'm never looking for that look. But like, I think it might look good as a base. We are going to try it under some candy colors, so we'll see what that looks like. Alright, let me finish off the white one here, and yeah, let me clean this out. Meet you back at the bench, and we'll go over the results, and then we'll probably come back to the booth and shoot some candy over a couple of them. Alright guys, here we are back at the bench. Let's go over the results. A bit disappointing to me because I just quite don't see the purpose of this line, but that's just me. Here is the Ultra Silver over black. And you can see, like, I mean, it's just a heavy metal flaked. Now, my guess is they didn't have this kind of paint in the line. Maybe, right? Over gray. Not too bad. Over white. White gives us at least a white pearlish look. And over flat black. That's what this is, right? Is this the darker gray? That's a darker gray. All right. Not much of a difference here. It looks rough, but it kind of isn't. It's pretty smooth. It's the flakes. I'm going to show you a comparison to their other silvers and golds in 1 second. Here is the gold. I mean, that looks, it's like a car color gold. But like, then again, I don't think they have a gold like this in their lineup. Their golds are more like plated golds. That's over the dark gray, light gray, and over white. Oh, the white looks pretty cool compared to the other ones. Now, they want to see a comparison. All right. This is their standard number 8 silver. Now, this is what I was expecting. This is over black. This is over white. You say you don't see any flakes at all. It's just a plated looking silver color. One of my favorite silvers. It just comes out beautiful every time. So you can see what I mean. Maybe they were looking for something they didn't have, which is this heavy metallic look. But that's silver number 8. All right, how about gold number 9? Number 9. There's the Beal set. Number 9 here, over black, over white. Look at that. I mean, that's a beautiful plated looking gold. This is something else. I mean, I put my candy over this anyway. I don't even know why. We're going to see the difference when we put the candy over it now. I'm not sure if that's what its purpose is. But you can see it's a completely a different style of paint. This is gold, one of my favorite golds of all time, and number 9 from Mr. Color. All right, now let's look at their specialties. 201 Super Metallic 2. All right, that's over black, and it's over white. A little bit more of a shine to it, as you can see. We'll compare it to the regular silver. See it? A little more metal looking. Again, very fine metal flakes. I have to get really close for you guys to see them. A massive difference in flake size here. You know, beautiful over white. So that's Super Metallic 2 silver. I chose them. There's tons. There's tons in that lineup. Let me see if I can show you what I mean. Look at, I mean, 207, 202. There's all kinds of golds. I picked the ones that came close to it, but they all had that same look, that flat plated look like this. This is Mr. Metallic 217. Now this looks like it's closest to the lineup because it's the only one with that same white label. So this is Super Metallic 217 gold. Or Mr. Metal Color, I should say. Mr. Metal Color. And look at that. That's over black and that's white. Look at that. It's just a beautiful, smooth, satin gold color. I mean, that is just beautiful. And of course, the difference is astronomical. I mean, it's not, it's a different type of gold anyway, but this doesn't say it. This just says ultra gold, and this just says gold. Sometimes it'll say antique gold, red gold. So they both just say gold. Anyway, a bit of a disappointment. Now, I'm working personally, you know, my limited color line, which will all be back in stock this week, by the way. Segway, this is Steel Apple, which is sold out about 4 times now. I'm thinking of making this series a gold, and this is one of the ones I'm testing. And this is the kind of look I'm going for. You know, I thought this is what I was going to get with Mr. Color. Look at the one, and this is just me experimenting with my paint manufacturer with a nice gold. And it's a huge difference. They should have called me if they wanted to make this gold color. Like I said, I think they didn't have anything in the lineup that resembles that, so I'm guessing that's what they were going for. But this is what I'm working on for my new color for this new limited color line that I have. And I'm also working on a copper. A little sneak peek here. Check that out. So that's another one we're working on. But anyway, let's go ahead and get my new tricolor. We're going to get step 2. We'll use this Fireball Red, which is a candy red. I'm going to spray it over these, the silver and this gold over the black because it gets the best look. We're going to put this clear on top and see how it looks with the candy on top. Let's head back to the booth and let's see what we get now. Sorry guys, before we get back to the booth, I forgot to show the silver guys. I guess we'll go over this at the end. Now it looks really good on here. I don't know why. It just does. But you can see it still has that heavy flake look, you know, versus a plate. If you're going to go for a plated look, go for this Molotow ink where you get a nice chrome. This is, you can see the base difference right there. It ends up looking like a bad paint job. Here's the gold. The gold looks pretty cool. Again, though, it is that heavy flake. It covered nice, it dried nice, but anyway, let's get back to the booth and let's try this candy. All right, at the booth, here we are. Fireball Red, number 2. We're just going to put on the second coat of the tricolor line and see if that's what they were looking for as far as these new ultra metallics go. Now, I know we're going to get the old flake peering through, that's the word I'm looking for, peeking through. Good looking though. We can salvage this whole review with a good looking top coat of my paint. Who thought my paint would rescue Mr. Color? But we could have that here. Oh yeah, nice. All right, let's go back to the silver. Now my candies here will dry semi-gloss. They will need a clear coating on top to complete the look. That's over the silver, much nicer. It looks like a candy apple right there. This is more of a, what do you say, Iron Man? Iron Man red, we call it? Beautiful. Whoa. I brought the beauty out of it. I think we are out of paint here. Yep. Right to the end. All right, let's get back to the bench and we'll check these out for the final results. All right, here we are at the bench. Let's check it out. There it is. That's the silver with my... Oh, where's my bottle? Hold on, guys. With my Mecha Empire Fireball Red number 2. It comes in a set, 1 and 2. It's a complete set. There it is. When it dries, it's going to kind of semi-gloss. It needs another coating on top. But I grabbed it now so we could see it. So that is over the silver, ultra metallic silver. And this is ultra metallic gold base right there. They're kind of close, but in person, you can see a slight brightness to the gold. But maybe this is what they were going for, making a candy base. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. At that point, if you go ahead and buy this paint, which only comes in a 2-part set, it's going to look like this. My red looks like this. So the extra step of the Mr. Color might be a waste of time. Anyway, I wanted to see if that's what they were going for. Maybe a candy base. It looks really good with that on it. But on its own, I'm not crazy about them at all. Anyway. Yeah. Well, you know what, guys? That's the test. I mean, you can see it really just doesn't have neither one has a great look. I much prefer their other lineup of silvers and golds. That's them. Anyway, guys, that was the test. Anyway, I will put a link. I think I got these in the U.S. I got them, I think, let me think. Galactic Toys or Burbank. I think Burbank House of Hobbies. I'll put a link down below for them, as well as my new tricolor line and everything else. I will put a link also for the cups. I get a lot of requests for the mixing cups that I use and my stirring sticks, which are all both really cheap. They're both $10 items. Will last you probably a year. With just those supplies. Anyway, guys, that is the test. I got other tests coming up. We have a... Hold on, guys. Reaching behind me here. New color line from Robot Kai. This is their new Kaizo paints. They come in all shades. They're a new updated version of the AOK paint line. And that test is coming up, as well as I'm testing out some magic markers that I'm spray painting. Here is a new magic marker line from Steady, the company that makes nippers, and I sprayed that. And I like this even more than the gold here from Mr. Color here. That's out of the Steady marker. I'm going to do a bunch of markers, and we're also going to try airbrushing these ones from AK. And speaking of AK and marker, I have their complete 34-piece $100 set of markers all colors, military colors, metallics. Those are coming in this week, so I will be testing those. That'll be another big shootout test we're going to have here. As I said before, please, don't hit the phone. Like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, hit the notification bell so you know when a video is up. And I will also put a link for this wonderful Vortex paint mixer below too. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for sticking around. You guys are absolutely the best. I love you guys. Have a great rest of your weekend. God bless you all. Have a great day.